What's going on, you guys? I'm glad to see everybody in here. Makes me happy to see you guys back. But the thing with all of it is like we need to get back to where we start actually cherishing each other. We need to get back to where we take the time to figure out who each other actually are. You're not going to figure that out in just a couple of months. You're not going to, I mean, realistically, the first couple of years is supposed to be like your honeymoon stage. Like, in all honesty, you shouldn't even be arguing or fighting all that much. Now, is it going to happen? Yeah, it's going to happen. Like, nobody's freaking perfect. Things are going to happen. But it should be the fun, exciting, all that stuff. Like, you shouldn't be terrified and scared the whole time. And like some of the guys that I've seen out there, they love bomb the shit out of them because they get so scared that an individual is going to leave. And then that individual leaves because you're love bombing the shit out of them. And a lot of men don't go into situations understanding what is coming with that situation. A lot of women are going into them knowing that they have all this coming with them, and the men make them believe that, hey, I got this. And then they don't. And that's happening on all sorts of different levels. And then again, now I'm going to switch away from the men for a minute. I'm going to talk about like experiencing things with you women. And I may hurt a few feelings, and I apologize. But again, I'm talking about the women that I've encountered in my dating, not you guys in the chat or anyone that may be listening. You know, when I go and I'm dating someone, I want to really get to know you. I want to get to know what really makes you click, what what is your deepest what do you call it? Like what you care about the most, who you care about the most, what's important to you, what type of lifestyle you want to have, what really makes you click, like who you are. Because that's the person that I want to fall. That's the person I want to fall in love with, and the person that I need to fall in love with. And when I'm watching in these relationships, these women, especially if they think that you're a real good individual, and you show them nothing but that, they want to just throw themselves right at you. They again, I've had them saying I love you, wanting me to move in, wanting to within just a couple of weeks put a title on the relationship. And for me, I can't put a title on it that fast, because when I put a title on it, that means I'm diving head in and I'm going for it. And we're going to make this happen. You're all in, I'm all in, we're doing this. And in just a couple months or a couple weeks, I can't do that. I can't make that type of decision, and I'm not going to just jump in on that. You know, yeah, right. The easy, clingy ones, they're scary. Um, when when she throws herself at me that fast, it makes me realize that, okay, she's not really in this to try finding an actual relationship. She's in this to find Mr. Right now, not Mr. Right. You know, like, and sometimes it makes me feel like she don't have a lot of respect for herself, because if she knew who she was and what she was about, she would be choosing somebody, probably choosing somebody better than myself. I'm not a terrible person or anything like that. I just don't have a lot to offer anyone. Again, I'm not 6 foot tall. I don't make six figures. I'm a single father. I like every bit of money that I have goes to my bills and all that other stuff. I don't have fancy, nice, crazy things. So when I have a woman throwing herself at me that fast, it's like, okay, like let's back up here and take a look at what's going on and why. Demanding commitment after a few weeks, red flag. Yeah, and I wouldn't really say like they're demanding. It's just they're kind of they ask, and it's like it's a little nerve wracking sometimes because there's something hiding behind it. Um, and commitment is scary. I agree, but it's not the commitment part of it that scares me. It's um, why is somebody so willing to commit so fast? That scares me. It's too hot here for clingy. Yeah, you live in the freaking desert. One meant for you isn't looking right now because she's sick of assholes. Just saying. Yeah, and again, I mean, for me, like I'll know. Like I'll know who I want to be with because we'll click on many levels. But getting back to it, when I other women that I've dated, they have 1 foot in and then they have 1 foot out. And what I mean like 1 foot out is they have like a backup plan, right? I just got out of a relationship that I was seeing a girl for a few weeks and I was only seeing her. I wasn't we weren't serious or anything like that. She did want to be serious like right away. So I talked to her and we took a step back from that conversation, not from like where we were, because we weren't really like diving into things. But on the backhand, when we weren't together, she was still talking to her ex fiance. And with her talking to her ex fiance, she had made comments to other individuals that knew her ex, and those comments got to him. And then he contacted me, and which I knew of the guy. I didn't know him personally, and I didn't like know who he was or anything like that. We were never friends. I mean, we played some softball together years ago. But getting back to it, she was telling him and having him like basically uh sad puppy in the whole time because like he was trying to do everything to get his future, what he thought was his future wife back, and was trying to make things right, where she was just stringing him along until she knew what was going on with us. And she kept him there so that she could fall back on him. And she literally told one of her friends that she goes, I can't believe so and so, thinks I still like them. And that's what got back to him. And so he was severely hurt, contacted me. And then I ended it right there because I'm not going to be with someone or try to be with someone that has 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And then I'm also not going to be with someone that's intentionally hurting and breaking another man's heart. That I'm not that type of individual. I'm not that type of person where I'm going to be like, "Oh yeah, look at I got your girl, F you, blah blah blah." No, I mean, if I find out somebody's doing stuff like that, I'm cutting you off immediately. And what I mean, Stacy's mom knows about it, but what people don't understand about me is there once I cut you off, you're gone. There's no looking back. There's no bringing you back. There's no second chances. There's no nothing. I will disappear completely out of your life and I will not come back. So I cut her completely off. And that's not the first time I've ran into something like that. It that's happened on numerous occasions where I'm talking to someone and they're also talking to a couple other because they're scared of where things are going to go with us. And it's like, I'm not doing that. I refuse to do anything like that. And then again, on the other hand, you got the women that are just like diving into everything. I want to know what happened to the courting, to the dating, to the going steady, all that stuff. Like the long conversations, going for long walks to get deep into conversations and really figure out who each other are and what you're about. The dating for a while because you really don't know if you like someone until you're really living with them. You could really, really love someone and be so madly in love with them. And then all of a sudden, the first time you guys, within the first couple months you guys living together, all of a sudden that person don't clean, don't do the dishes, don't do their laundry, showers very rarely, and all they were doing was putting up that facade during that whole time. So you never really know. You jump into things and you're just asking for a glutton for punishment. You're just asking for trouble. what you want to do is try to take your time into things. And in chat, like, when did you guys start seeing a lot of this stuff change? Like, it really feels like for me, it's been only the last few years that almost every woman that I know has, not that I know, but that I see and have met or anything like that, has, their little moneymaker pages. And, they're out there just like stacking up the bodies. The guys that are out there just being, freaking whores. They like not put it like, when did we turn into a giant world of nothing but adult entertainment? Like, that's really what it feels like out in the dating world. It feels like I'm out there messing around and dating a bunch of adult entertainers. And you guys know what I mean by adult entertainment. See, Kiwi, I agree, but I feel like for a while there, because I was dating through that time. I got married during the, not the 2000, not around 2000, but 2000s to 2000, whoa, 2013 is when I got, yeah, is when I got married. 2012 is when I got married. And so like I was dating during that time because I graduated in '01. So during that time, like I was dating and all that stuff, and it seemed like that was where the stage where men had to be the hard asses all the time, and we couldn't show any affection or anything like that. And then right around 2015, 2014, maybe even 2016, it started changing to where all of a sudden like we had to be these soft, like, bitches, really. Who, when I decided I wanted wholesome, it changed. Okay, moneymaker pages to again, yeah, and but I just don't understand, like, how did our society change to that? How did we change to, literally adult entertainment? I mean, I can't watch, like, let's say I'm going through like shorts on face or on YouTube, and you'll see a beautiful woman, and then you look, and at the bottom of the page it'll be like spicy link here, and it's like, what the heck? And then you go through and you're like, oh, that's a cute person that's playing tennis. And then all of a sudden at the bottom it says spicy link here. And it's like every single one of them have these links. But then you have all these weirdos that are going there, and they, I know you don't have an OLED, God, but all these weirdos will go there. Like, since when do we buy people's bathwaters? Since since when can women fart in a jar and sell it? Like, what is going on? What are we doing? What happened? There's men that are out there that tell ladies, "Hey, go work out and don't wash your undergarments," and then sell them to me. The fuck is wrong with you? Like, all this stuff, and it's not just a few. You know what I mean? Like, there's people out there that make money off of weirder stuff. Yeah, bathwater. There's all sorts of weirdness out there. A lot of weirdness. And then now all of a suddenly, like, I'm following Facebook pages and stuff of all of the. I can't even begin to explain how many people are getting caught on those predator pages. The ones where they sit there and they catch predators, and like you have independent people out there that are acting like, little girls and little boys, and everybody's getting caught. Like, what is going on with our society? Where are we going? What the hell happened? And why is all this stuff so normal? Those are the things that I want to figure out. Why is this all so normal? How has this all gotten normalized and made to be where when we hear it, we're just like, oh yeah, that happens. And like it doesn't phase anybody anymore. Like I swear on some of these pages that I see, like some of the things you see on them, you're like, how are we just how are we just okay with this stuff? I don't really understand it anymore. I don't understand how getting back to like men and women and dating and whatnot. I don't understand how men can just in their 40s and 50s, late 30s can run around and think that they're playboys again. Um, I don't understand on like how so many women are nowadays are just okay putting their bodies out there to everybody. Like I understand your body, your choice, all that stuff, fine. But where did all of our dignity and our pride and our morals go? And how the heck do we get back to having some of that? That's what I want to know. Like, how do we get there? Yeah, yeah, you guys are stuck on the farts and feets and bathwater, huh? Those are just a couple of things that I threw out there of how weird everything's getting. Like things are so insane these days, and it's on. Oh, sorry, it's on so many levels that I can't even keep up. I don't even know. I don't even know the next turn to make. And it definitely is the algorithms. I don't know if that says AI gores internet Kiwi or if you're saying algorithms on the internet. Like I don't know which one that is. And we're gonna deep dive a little more into this. I planned on only doing like 45 minutes tonight because it's my first live back, but I want to dive into this a little bit. I want to figure out like talking with you guys and hopefully, maybe if how many people watch this afterwards can leave comments of like their experiences and stuff too. And like what they're going through and try to figure out like what we can do to change some of this. Because, I mean, one of the crazier things that I've seen out of all of it is there are so many men and women, both, that want just wholesome relationships. They want to just have that connection with someone, have that deep spiritual connection with someone. And 9 times out of 10, we have those people right in front of us. And then we choose to still pick all these morons. I can't even tell you how many times I've done that where I've had a good person in my life. And this was many years ago, not here recently. Uh, because I've only known a few individuals over the last year and a half. But and then you end up choosing the one that you're lusting for instead of the one that would have made your life amazing. And it's like all we're doing is sitting there shooting ourselves in the feet because we're going for the ones that society has trained our brains and everything to chase after instead of the ones that our hearts and mind and everything know the one that's who we should be with. Let me women wanted to be all that and then some and here we are. I mean, yeah, I get that. I do sometimes think that maybe we push the feminism thing a little too far and that just made women extremely comfortable with their bodies, but at the same time I don't find anything too terribly wrong with that because I think you should, no matter who you are, you should be comfortable with your body, and you should be happy. That I mean, like I get that we're not all comfortable with our bodies and we're like body what is that body euphoria Shoot, I don't know big words. Sorry, guys. But I know people that, that's a thing. So I think it's good to reinforce some of that. They turned society upside down the days when it was the man who went to work and the wife and 2.2 to 4 children were at home are long gone. Yeah.